To the world, Jose Rizal was many things: a talented writer, a passionate archaeologist, a polymath, and even a bit of a playboy in many accounts. To the Filipinos, he's an icon of revolution and peace. But some consider him something quite different.
Hello, people of the internet. Welcome back to another episode of Rip from the Textbooks. I'm your host, Jess,
And I'm Aaron.
and yeah, welcome back. This is gonna be a very fun episode by my standards.
Yes, we're going to, uh, you know, set aside, uh, you know, unfortunate tragedies and deaths and into something more wholesome and
Or wholesome.
hopefully very
I guess
fun.
if you consider it wholesome. But yeah, this is a very, I guess, important episode as well, since it'll be tackling, like, you know, it's one of the most important figures in Filipino history. So yeah, it's fun,
Definitely,
definitely.
he is considered, like the national hero for a reason.
Yeah, and it's, of course, today we're going to be talking about Jose Rizal, the de facto Filipino national hero for the Philippines. Yeah, I guess it's because his method, I would say, is what, like, basically what immortalized him.
Yeah, can you
'Cause,
tell us, can you run us down, uh, who Jose Rizal is for people who
uh,
aren't Filipino, who
yeah,
probably haven't heard of him?
yeah, for you non-Filipinos, or like don't know anything about him, he's basically this very famous writer, poet, and essayist during the Spanish occupation in the Philippines, and he was most famous for writing No Limit Tangere and El Filibusterismo, two novels that were very critical of the Spanish government,
So yes,
which was he was eventually accused of sed- sedation or
sedition,
sedition and
sedation. I think that's very different.
sedation. It's a. But yeah, basically because of what he was writing, he was basically accused of being a criminal against the crown, and he was eventually captured, exiled, and executed.
So yeah,
And
he was shit posting before shit posting was a thing, and
he wrote,
he got some Spanish. He got the entire Spanish uh, empire real mad because of his shit
pulling out their
posting.
necks. They were pulling out their necks. I was like, oh, someone's got to take care of this guy.
They didn't like his shit posting, and it was getting a very well read. His shit posts are
Mhm.
getting very well read, and
Yeah, and
to the point where we actually have classes dedicated to his shit posts.
yeah, to be. If you're in high school in the Philippines, your third and fourth years have been plagued with Noe Mitangere and El Fili.
Yes, his two works, each detailing, low key. He's low key, like detailing the
Ro-
atrocities of the Spanish government during their occupation of the
yeah,
Philippines.
and
The
roasting them.
yeah, roasting them in today's language, but and also detailing the societal issues.
At the
With
time.
the
Yeah,
growing inequality because you're Spanish. The growing inequality when it comes to being Filipino in that era and being Spanish
yeah,
in
the
that era.
corruption
The
of the church,
corruption,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
and
So yeah,
as
the
you
Spanish weren't too
obviously,
happy.
yeah, obviously that will definitely get the Spanish government's jimmies rustled
And I
because
guess that's what
he's saying he's spitting facts.
yeah, but that's basically what immortalized result is like. Compared to the other revolutions at the time, they were very. I would say
They
they had a very aggressive approach.
Yeah, they
They were
resorted
fighting,
to actual
fighting.
revolts.
Yeah, and resolved to write about it and get the word out.
Yeah,
And
he opted to go for a more peaceful solution, which is
yeah,
something something
admirable.
that is probably well regarded.
Yeah,
Uh,
but that was also what you know killed him in the end. But that, that's why so many Filipinos today admire him.
yeah, and his death really sparked the really just put the revolution into full swing.
Yeah, yeah. I heard it was basically like
Like
a
that
lot
was
of
the straw that broke the
revolutionaries.
camel's back there.
Yeah, exactly. That was a straw that broke the camel's back. So Rizal is a very important figure for us.
So just I guess as a preface, like we're not historians, so we might get some things wrong. So,
Yeah, these
but
are basically what we got from sources, and what the internet told us, stuff
yeah,
like that. So
it's like high school and college. You get you get a Jose Rizal class. It's amazing, really.
yeah, yeah. Even in college, I forgot about that. We had like an entire class dedicated to Zedix.
Yeah, you guys. I think so, it depends on the courses, but some
Yeah,
courses actually take a look into the two novels that he wrote,
still,
right?
yeah, yeah. For us, it was both. For us, it's more on El Philly. We focus more on that rather than Noli Me Tangere.
So yeah, I think a English translation is available for these two novels. So I recommend you guys give it a read if if it's available. I think it is. It's pretty. I think it's even available for free.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, it's there. So yeah,
But of course, even though everyone thinks that well, Jose Rizal is a hero, there are some who think quite different.
otherwise, yeah, exactly. And yeah, that's gonna be the topic for today. Everyone loves this. I'm pretty sure. Conspiracy theories. Everyone loves them.
Yes, it's very entertaining. It's it rakes in the views for some creators.
True.
And I
And
figured,
it's
yeah, we figured, hey, Jose Rizal has a lot. That's
there's a few of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
even
has
he's
quite
not spared.
yes. Uh, just like how just like how something like American figures have a lot of conspiracies behind them.
Yeah, true.
Our national hero is no different. So let's enter the strange and somewhat fantastical world of conspiracy theories regarding one of the most important Filipino figures in history. To the world, Jose Rizal was many things: a talented writer, a passionate archaeologist, a polymath, and even a bit of a playboy in many accounts. But to the Filipinos, Jose Rizal is an icon of revolution and peace, the perfect ideal of a national hero who swore even his own life to the freedom of Philippines from Spain. Born to a wealthy family in 1861, he would soon be known for writing essays critical of Spain's accounts of pre-colonial Filipino society, before going on to write his two most famed novels, Nole Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, that portrayed the Spanish government in an unsavory light. He would later be arrested and executed upon his return to the Philippines, but left a legacy that would immortalize him forever. Rizal lived a very interesting life, having traveled and explored so many places, met so many people. One can't help but wonder if there is more to Rizal's life in between his travels and eventual death. One theory postulates that Rizal himself was a serial killer. The Jack the Ripper killings occurred in the Whitechapel district of London in 1888 and is possibly one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries of all time. The murder of 5 prostitutes whose bodies were disemboweled, and some even had their organs taken, and the subsequent letters taunting from the man claiming to be Jack the Ripper captured the public's attention throughout. But this theory postulates that Jose Rizal himself was the famed serial killer, first presented by historian Ambeth Ocampo and later written by writer and musician Wincy Ong. It is said that in 1888, Rizal was in London rather than Austria, as historical records claimed, and was said to have a habit of enjoying the nightlife around the seedier side of London during his stay, and that the surgical cuts on the victims' bodies matched that of a man with Rizal's height, and the fact that Rizal's London passport was stamped before the killings occurred and ended when the murders stopped. Apparently, the initials of both his names and the famed serial killer matched. All of this was later put into a short story written by Ong called The Ophthalmologist's Case, a story in which the famed detective duo Sherlock Holmes and John Watson meet and even investigate Rizal as a possible suspect to the Whitechapel murders. Another, and a more infamous one, claims that Jose Rizal was the actual father of Adolf Hitler. This theory came to light when a diary entry from Rizal's friend, Maximo Viola, recounted the time Rizal had a one-night stand with an Austrian woman while he was visiting Germany and Austria. The theory said that Rizal was apparently heartbroken after receiving no reply from his childhood sweetheart, Leonor Rivera. He would soon meet and have a romantic affair with Clara Polzil, who worked as a chambermaid for Alois Hitler during his visit to Germany and Austria between 1887 and 1888. There was even an incident that Rizal apparently lost the diamond pin that was found by the chambermaid, but the theory claimed that he gave it to Clara as a remembrance of their affair. A year later, Clara would give birth to Adolf Hitler, and the theory even goes as far as saying that Rizal went to Japan soon after and had an affair with a Japanese woman named Seiko Usui that would produce a daughter named Yuriko. She would later marry a son of a close politician to Emperor Hirohito. This was apparently what pushed Japan into joining the Axis power, as Yuriko convinced them to side with Hitler. But the theory immediately falls apart when it is revealed that the one-night stand occurred in 1887, not 1888. But it's a strange and wild theory regardless. There was even one that claimed he was the true father of communist leader Mao Zedong, but Rizal was exiled in Dapitan when Mao was born in 1893, and no other evidence supports this other than the brief time Rizal stayed in Hong Kong between 1889 and 1891, which is already a stretch. The final one we are tackling is the claim that Rizal lived after his execution in Bagong Bayan on December 30, 1896. This claim hinges on the fact that Rizal's remains were never officially recovered or found as it was being transported to the Paco Cemetery. There were also eyewitnesses that report that a chicken was found in place of his body. Thus, many believing the conspiracy theory that Rizal was reincarnated into a chicken soon after his death. But regardless of it all, it merely solidified Jose Rizal's status as an important figure in Filipino history. So much so that the Rizalista religious movement has sprung up over the years, a branch of folk Catholicism that revered Rizal as a spiritual deity. Either some worship him as God, the Son of God, a pre-colonization Malay god, a spiritual guide, and even the reincarnation of the Virgin Mary who was sent to Earth to free the Filipinos from oppression. And whether or not you believe them for yourself, conspiracy theories are an interesting topic to divulge nonetheless, especially concerning one of the most important figures of Filipino history. Jose Rizal was the father of Adolf Hitler? Filipinos nationwide. Oh, well.
So yeah, I guess that's like a brief look into like the insanity of like conspiracy theories in general.
Yeah,
Because some
it's
of these theories were
wild.
legitimate. It's wild, like the Hitler one. I had a blast like researching and writing that one just because how insane it is.
It is. It's like it's such a reach, but it's so fun to think of. It's so fun to think about. Because even
Yeah.
though you know it's not true, but it's like, oh, what a
Oh,
that's kind of an entertaining thought.
yeah, no, I'm more like, oh, okay, how far is this gonna go? Like, I'm checking, like, reading it, like, yeah, what kind of mental gymnastics stuff are they gonna put into it?
And it's like something straight out of like the History Channel.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, it's like
those like old
you, I think I said this
man,
before in like
Hitler.
in either like the Weeb Shit podcast or something, but it's like those shitty History channels that around Hitler.
Oh yeah, those sort of hunting Hitler stuff.
Yeah, it's like I can already see how the show is gonna go. It's like Hitler's father was someone so mysterious, but now we have the answer who it is.
We have the proof.
This
So,
Filipino
yeah,
boy
exactly.
right here.
The famed Filipino writer Jose Rizal is actually his actual dad. But yeah, it's insane. Even Mao Zedong, it was what is their obsession of like having Rizal father terrible people?
Because
You know,
they want to prove that Jose Rizal was the actual cause of World War II. Nani?
no, yeah,
Jose Rizal. Oh, it's just hilarious, really.
yeah, and it's equal parts fun and like it's just fun to read about. Especially
Everything,
Jack the Ripper.
everyone you thought was terrible was fathered by Rizal.
By every evil Stalin, yeah, he's
Every
also his dad.
every terrible person ever conceived was Rizal was the
His descendant
father.
or something.
It's like what? Stalin was
Fucking
actually the father
Nicholas
of
Nicolas
Rizal was
Maduro was
actually the
actually
father of
his
Stalin.
descendant. Nicolas Maduro is actually like Rizal's grandson or some shit. And yeah,
Wait. If we connect the dots, Castro was also related to Rizal.
a communist leader from 1960 was connected to a guy who died in 1890.
Yeah, he's like the great grandfather.
Great. But yeah,
It's like
I guess
it's
that's a good
so
look.
weird.
Yeah, yeah, especially the Jack the Ripper one. But I
Definitely.
feel like with with like Jack the Ripper, it feels like it's such a massive pool
And
that anyone could have been a suspect. You know.
yeah, it could have been just a coincidence at this point. But at this point, I don't
Yeah,
think
true.
we have the evidence. Even if we did look for it, I don't think we'll ever have the
Can't even
evidence.
consider it. Yeah, we don't even have to consider it. Like it's that insane, and anyone could have been a suspect for Jack the Ripper.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean even Vincent Van Gogh. You ever read that one? Where someone said Vincent Van Gogh was
Vincent
Jack the
Van
Ripper.
what?
Vincent Van Gogh,
Vincent Van
the
Gogh was
famous painter.
the painter? Ah, okay.
Yeah,
At this point, everyone and your
Vincent Van
mother is
Gogh.
probably
But yeah, I
Jack the
read that
Ripper at
one.
this point.
It was also equally insane.
Uh, it's like,
Yeah,
oh, this famous person in the
sure.
1800s? Guess what? He was Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper. Yeah, everyone's Jack the Ripper. Everyone killed these 5 pot prostitutes.
Yeah. He was a painter by day, a serial killer
Ser-
at night.
Killer by night. Anyway, how about you? How about like,
Vincent Van Gogh.
yeah. But how about you? What are your like opinions on like conspiracy theories in general? Like, you're more into it than I do in some cases. How about you regarding
Yeah, I
these
mean,
types of stuff?
it's fun to think about. You don't. The thing about it is, like, it's just a wild conspiracy theory. It's there for you to be entertained. People think of this
Mm,
shit. People think up this shit, and it's just amazing to it's like a fictional story that's like
mm.
trying to convince you it's real. You know, that's what I think of conspiracy
Yeah,
theories. That's why I love it so much.
yeah, yeah. Some conspiracy theories are fun, but like I don't because like nowadays, especially like there are a lot of those like mystery videos I keep seeing online, especially
Yeah.
on TikTok. I try to make like, and it's gotten to the point where they're just obviously making shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just that's a bit of a reach. Are you sure you're not Mr. Fantastic? Because that's quite a reach.
That you're Mr. Fantastic with how much you stretch.
Yeah, it's just wild, especially
It's wild.
this one we just covered. But what I don't like about conspiracy theories is when they start kind of destabilizing things, when they start kind of, you know, when the truth becomes kind of affected by it, when people believe this thing that's wildly true and it's objectively true,
Mm,
and
yeah.
here comes this conspiracy theory. It's like, in like the Matrix, it's like,
Mm.
that's what they want you to
They're
think.
thinking,
Bro,
oh, they think you're red pilled
yeah,
once you believe in those
I'm here to
conspiracy
give you
theories.
the
Yeah.
red pill. This thing, turns out, it was because of it was because of this thing, and because of this one unrelated thing, or it was this unrelated person that did it, or something like that. It's just
I think
that's definitely something that in this country it's very vulnerable for people to believe this stuff, unironically.
mm, yeah, true.
So I can see
And I
why.
think like
Okay, sorry. Go on.
yeah, I think the worst example I've ever seen of it was, remember the Wayfair one? Like the
Yeah.
truthful
You
like
talked about it
Wayfair.
at one point.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly before, but like I think that's has to be like the worst case I've ever saw of it. Like they started connecting actual missing persons case to it, even despite some of the victims on it having already be found. And
It's
it,
like just looking stuff up in a shallow manner, just to prove your
mm,
point.
true.
It's like,
And
did you even look into that missing persons case before, or did you just look up Google missing person, this name, and then just
this
went for the
name,
first result, clicked it, and then, oh shit, it's real, screenshotted it, and then posted it on Twitter or whatever.
and have people buy into it as well.
Yeah, it's
And
just
I
a
think
reach.
it's a reach, and I think it generally affects people, especially the ones who it it definitely affects people in that way.
Yeah, but
So
excuse
that's
me.
basically
After
stuff.
this, I'm going to be converting to Rizalista.
At least
Sorry,
that's
sorry, Catholicism. You were great, but Rizal is my god now.
aren't you, aren't you atheist? Aren't you already an atheist?
No, 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 no. I'm a Rizalista now.
I mean, Jesus. But yeah, I
Do you
guess
have time to talk about
that's
my
how big
Lord
of
and
a
Savior
figure
Jose
Rizal has
Rizal,
become.
the
They
Emperor
literally
God
made
King
a real
Jose Rizal?
Emperor God. But yeah, that's how big Rizal is for like us. We made him into an actual god.
Yeah, it's like I think it's no surprise. This is the Philippines. It's like we're the most religious country ever, next to
One
the
of the most,
Vatican.
yeah, yeah,
Scarily
probably.
so. Personally, it's like scarily so in some areas. Like really, really devout to the point it's like
Very
you risk like COVID-19 exposure just to go
to go
to
to mass.
these once a year events. Yeah, once it go
Oh yeah,
because there's this thing called a procession. Am I correct
yeah,
on this
yeah,
one?
yeah. The Black
Okay.
Nazarene.
So it's like a procession. Yeah, the Black Nazareth. So basically, a statue of the Black Nazareth comes in and goes through the road, and many people walk with it and get their to be blessed by the Black Nazareth.
Yeah, the possession of the Black Nazarene, or what I call the dumbest reason to have traffic in Manila. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm
but
kidding.
you're not kidding in the way that it does cause traffic during that day. They close off the roads to
Because of a
accommodate
lot
this
of
event because it's a big event for
yeah,
a lot of people who
it's a big
are
event.
very
Yeah,
devout. It's like they would they would throw their towels, like their
at it. Yeah,
their towels, have it rubbed in the statue, and it would be blessed.
Yeah, and they throw it back.
Yeah, it's
And
like
yeah, especially with like the COVID, like a lot of people were concerned that it might be canceled, and I'm like, yeah, of course it's gonna be canceled.
didn't
Are you
stop
seeing
them.
the
I
crowds
think,
going?
right? I think it didn't stop them. They still
I think
went with
they're.
it, right? Or
I think.
did it get
I think
canceled?
they. I think. I think they did it, but like there wasn't a crowd. They like
Ah, I see.
allowed the procession, but there wasn't a crowd.
Not even
Yeah,
a pandemic would stop these guys. See that's the amount of devotion some Filipinos have.
true. And true, it's insane. It's insane. Like I think this is a funny example, but remember when like ABS-CBN shut down or stuff like that? I kept seeing this like a copy pasta going around Facebook,
Okay.
and like it said like you cry when ABS-CBN shut down, but when the church closed, did you cry? I'm like, what the fuck? When the church is closed, did you cry? I'm like, what the fuck?
Some what about
Why would I
ism right
cry?
there? But okay.
Exactly. I guess that's my point. The amount of like devotion here in the Philippines is kind of reaches on a weird level.
It does. So
It does. It does.
so yeah. I guess that's it for Rip from the Textbooks. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you.
And
And I look forward because we're gonna be. I'm very excited with the new chapter we're gonna do. We're gonna stray away from the Philippines for a bit and focus a lot more on stuff around Southeast Asia.
yes, we're going to be actually spreading our wings this time and
Yeah,
going Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. So hopefully we find some. Hopefully it's entertaining and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Uh, so yeah, that's it.